I'm Rachel Reynolds and I got the tassel at Columbia State.
I'm Ken Horner and I got the tassel at Columbia State.
I'm Brent Allred and I got the tassel at Columbia State.
I'm Janai Rogers and I got the tassel at Columbia State.
I'm Janet Smith. I'm president of Columbia State. I am proud to be the president of Columbia State. It is a wonderful college. It's located in South Central Tennessee. It has 5 campuses. We have a campus in Lawrenceburg, Lewisburg, Clifton, Franklin, and Columbia.
Columbia State was a way for me to get an education. I grew up in rural Giles County. Actually was very lucky to win an academic scholarship that helped cover my cost of tuition, but allowed me to live at home and actually be able to go to college, not cause a huge debt for my family and myself, and actually get a great degree and a great education that led to a great career.
I just feel like that the level of education that you get at Columbia State will be the same, if not better, than the level of education you would get at a larger four-year institution.
Columbia State is about an education, and an education is about defining your career, obviously, and what you want to do with your life's work. But it's also about defining who you are.
We learn our students' names, their people, and we like them. We actually like them.
It may not be a big name university, but still it has a great academic program that's invested in its students, and its success and history is there to prove that.
I'm the president of a college that is known for its heritage and it's known for its heart.
We have an outstanding reputation. We are, of course, are the first community college that was established in the state of Tennessee.
We've grown from one site in Columbia from the original campus now to 5 campuses spread out through our 9-county service area.
Because Columbia State exists, those 9 counties are better off, and the state of Tennessee has grown tremendously because of our college.
From the poorest county to the richest county in Tennessee, that's a big difference. But Columbia State seems to be able to bridge the gap and say, hey, when it's all said and done, we're all getting the same education regardless, so we can take that poorest county and bring it up to the level of some of the other counties and create more opportunities for those folks. And we can take that richest county and make it better than it already is.
We can make a difference every day. Students can change their whole life and their whole family history and their whole family tree with a short time of investment.
Why a community college? You save money, you have a built-in support system, you have a caring faculty, you're in a small enough group where you can feel that you belong and get the help that you need.
On a weekly basis, Columbia State is very involved in nonprofit organizations, even in Murray County and Williamson County and in the surrounding counties, to where we're able to talk about applying education to helping solve problems.
If you've been to Columbia State and you've been involved, you understand how important it is and just what a good resource it is for each community that it serves.
I have never been at a college, even university, that provides the number of cultural and extracurricular activities for students that Columbia State does.
The college is a center for community activities, and we have a number of groups who hold activities on our campus.
We have a prior art gallery that our foundation has funded and funds the operation of, which we have a art exhibit that moves in and out. We have a performance series that is funded through our foundation. We have what is called a Lyceum Committee. And that Lyceum Committee, I know that every week there's at least 1 or 2 events that they have for students to be involved with.
Columbia State has become more and more interested in sustainability, both from an overall public interest standpoint as well as from a purely financial standpoint. We basically have changed all the lighting and virtually all of the water-based fixtures in bathrooms and those kinds of things to be efficient. We're now using electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles so as to reduce our impact upon the environment.
If we're looking to bring green industries into this community, we've got training. We can provide that.
We're so proud of everything that Columbia State's doing to make themselves more energy efficient, to save money, preserve our natural resources. It's a perfect marriage with a lot of the things we're doing at the state level.
Because our students run all ages, it's a wonderful mix in a classroom.
As far as our students go, everybody is our student.
I was mid-30s, decided it was time for me to go back to school. My careers weren't going anywhere. And I spoke with the director at Columbia State, the Clifton campus. Very helpful. I took my basic classes there. Actually, I got my Associates of Science in General Studies through Columbia State and graduated there in 2005 with honors.
When I walked across the stage, it was like symbolic of a transitional point. You know, I had been working 2 jobs, coming to school, staying up late, you know, my hours are crazy.
Our students are primarily traditional age students, so 19, 20.
I really want people to know that Columbia State is a student-friendly place.
I definitely think Columbia State is a sticky campus, and what I mean by that is people stick around, they like it. I didn't want to leave after I graduated.
When I think of Columbia State, I think of family. And that nurturing environment kind of helped me figure out where I was going next and where I would transfer to and what my major would be really.
I like the camaraderie, I like getting to know everybody, I like getting to know the professors. The student to professor ratio at Columbia State is very low, so you know all your professors on a first name basis.
We have high standards, the foundation, the education that the students get at Columbia State is solid.
Well, I think quality is definitely underrated in community colleges, period. From my perspective, Columbia State, the first 2 years that I was there, the quality of education was the same as my last 2 years at MTSU.
When I transferred into the 4-year institution afterwards, I was very comfortable because I was right there or above level of the other students.
We have fantastic faculty who are very knowledgeable and who are recognized state and nationally.
Columbia State faculty and staff truly want to see the students succeed.
Well, one of the advantages of going to a college like Columbia State is that you're not just one number in a crowd. You're more of an individual and people know you.
At Columbia State, all the faculty and staff, especially the faculty, are trained as advisors. So if you do find a faculty member or you find a professor that you connect with, that person can help you with basically whatever you need. If you need to figure out which classes to take next semester, if you need to figure out what you need to transfer, that person can help you. And so that helps a lot to have a resource like that if you found somebody that you've connected with like that.
Many of our Columbia State students do transfer to 4-year university.
What I did was I found somebody that I connected with and I found somebody that I got along with really well, and they helped me through the whole process, and it was just as seamless as it could possibly be.
Columbia State is a college that offers multiple degrees. We offer degrees that lead to an Associate of Science and Associate of Art. Those are our transfer. Those are the things that mesh that student straight from Columbia State to the university of their choice, both in-state and out-of-state, state university or private college.
Columbia State Community College graduates complete bachelor's degrees at institutions like Belmont University, Lipscomb University, Trevecca, Vanderbilt, Middle Tennessee State, Austin Peay, Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech, UT Martin, UT Chattanooga, UT Knoxville, East Tennessee State, the University of Memphis, and even out-of-state schools like Western Kentucky, the University of Alabama, and the University of Georgia.
I have had students go on to their 4-year school and they come back and they say, we're at the same place that those students are, or maybe a little bit better.
Well, half of our students will go to career entry programs. Most of those are in allied health areas, respiratory therapy, radiological technology, veterinary technology, nursing. Those kinds of programs go directly into the workforce. The other half of our students are transfer students going on to the senior universities to finish.
Columbia State is also about technical programs, vocational programs, or career programs, so to say. Programs where the student comes in, they spend 2 years in specific educational training, workshops, teaching. Those fall into our career programs. Those career programs is associate degree in nursing, emergency medical technician, veterinarian technology, commercial entertainment, respiratory therapy, radiology technology, and film crew technology. business administration and technology, computer information sciences. Those are programs that provide our students with the skills, knowledge, and understanding they need to leave Columbia State and enter the workforce. And workforce development is where our office goes out and works within our community to identify what business and industry needs are.
We are very much attuned to the educational needs of the community, whether those are workforce needs, short-term training opportunities, academic programs that supply the needed qualified workforce that is needed in the communities. And for many students who have to work as a part of going to school, it provides an opportunity with day and evening and weekend programs and services that enable the students to do that balancing act of taking classes while they are working.
We have a foundation, and you know what a foundation is? It is people in your community who believe in what you do and who provide support and who work in that community to get others to support. And they're building resources that allow us to do international education more so with our students, that allow our faculty to have grants, that provide scholarships so that students have opportunity to go to college.
I think what many people may not understand is that it doesn't just take tuition to provide the programs that we do at Columbia State. It takes more than tax dollars and that tuition money.
You're giving back to those who may not have the opportunity. In some instances, if you let's say you give and part of your giving actually supplies a scholarship to someone, you could be providing an education to someone who may not otherwise have that opportunity. So I think that is honestly probably the most important thing you could do in terms of giving back to your community, is support your local community college and support your local education efforts.
We're very proud of the Columbia State Community College Foundation and what they do and the partnership they have built with Columbia State. You know, that's one of the most fun things I do when I get out on the street, is listen and people say, hey, I'm one of yours. I came from Columbia State. I graduated at Columbia State. That is pride. That is being proud of who they are.